picture of the Upside Down. You guys ready? Finn Wolfhard. Baby. Yeah, there he is. Morning, guys.
Sorry, we can't hear anything back there.
It's a tricky spot because it's cold back there and it feels like a void. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's morning.
Just the morning.
So I have to know, this show is a touchstone for so many generations, but it's so nostalgia-driven in such a loving way. What were you guys into growing up that you think will be the future nostalgia of today?
That's a good question. Oh man, this is great. I think we're just now figuring out. I was going to say, you're having fun there.
There's a lot of foot thing.
Do you do the double bunny ear?
I do the whatever my mom taught me.
I found out recently that I thought that I was just really not coordinated at all when I was tying my shoes, but apparently lefties can't tie their shoes with like the loop around the tree. Is any lefty here like And so like we're all freaks. I was like, I can only do the bunny ears, and they're like.
So the question was...
I'm okay with shoe talk, as in, is there a different system for lefties? I'm now like,
yeah, there is. This is the double bunny ear, and that's like what I've always done. But I double notch, I'm not crazy.
Man.
Okay, so the future nostalgia is really good quality content. Is there anything you guys think in the future will be the nostalgia from today that you love growing up?
I don't know. I would think so, right?
I think so for sure. I feel like there's going to be more movies about like the Wii craze. For sure.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the Wii. How insane that was. I remember I got mine when I was probably what, 5 years old. When did they come out? 2007. Was it 2007 when we came out?
There also has
around that. Yeah, I was like 5 years old.
Bieber Fever also. Like 2008, 2009, I feel like my entire class was like obsessed.
I remember that.
But
I was 17, I had my first love.
I want like a Pokemon Go movie. Like, Pokemon Go is such a movement.
Yeah, there's a bunch of quality stuff. That's the thing, is that like everything, like there's always good new stuff coming out that's gonna end up feeling nostalgic. I feel like I'm just now learning that like my parents were just like nostalgia driven. Like when they were like, no, but this is a better video game. I'm like, it's objectively not. Like it's fun. I love stuff like that. I love Pac-Man, I love Galaga, but you can't look at what we have now and then objectively say that like those were better. They're like, not. You kidding? I love them. But yeah, that's it.
We've been scrolling sideways for 20 minutes.
Maybe TikTok will be like a new MySpace.
The new
That'd be great. Unless it really stands the test of time. Unless it just soars, and that's our future.
Vision Pro stuff. You seen that? The Vision Pro stuff? People just walking around like in their
It freaks me out.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing that at cons, just like people walk up and to get an autograph from me, and I'm like, hey, and I'm just watching something with them.
Is there anything from the 80s and early 90s that you guys have picked up that you love? Like, do you have new favorite songs and movies that you discovered through working in the show?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, I got back into like my brother and I sort of like, as nerdy as it is, like collecting sort of like VHS tapes and stuff again.
Collecting them?
Yeah, not like, it's not like
So
did I. I grew up on VHS as well, but like we like quickly sort of like went to DVD, and then we were like, there's something really nice about getting just a good quality.
Oh God, I was so happy the day that I got DVDs because I didn't have to sit and wait for it to reload anymore. That was the best.
I think I have vague memories of just playing with the squeaky VHS, like the boxes, like these plastic boxes, and just like messing with those. And when I was growing up, when I was teething, I would chew on DVDs and the cases for you. So my mom had to get rid of all that stuff and like hide the DVDs. And I remember, this is gonna make me seem really young to some folks, but old to others. who are younger, I was teasing on a DVD copy of the Willy Wonka reboot with Johnny Depp, which is awesome, by the way. So I know it's an underrated reboot, so good. But I remember my brother was freaking out because it wasn't working, and he was like, "What?" Freaking like having a panic attack, and then there I was, just and also because of my condition, I was teething very late. So
that sounds like a scene from a future nostalgia movie. Yeah. A specific reboot of a specific timed movie. Yeah. Now the show is so connected to so many people, and you guys, you have such a pulse. Like there's a real friendship, and it's really beautiful, driven by a show that's so traumatic but friend-driven. What do you think connects people so deeply to the show, and what do you think connects you guys so deeply to each other?
that's a very nice question.
Well, it's all about I think the whole show is all about friendship. It's all centered around love and friendship and all these things, and having a collective sort of passion for things and nerdy things. And I think a lot of people kind of see themselves in it because it reminds them of their childhood, of their friend group, or stuff that they're into. And just, sort of, I guess, overall kind of acceptance of each other. I think is really nice. So I think a lot of people maybe see themselves in that. I don't know, but I feel like it's a lot of weird, different things that draw people to it.
What was it like joining this cast since they're so tight-knit?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of answers your question a bit because I was only in it for a hot second, and usually when you come on to a show a few seasons in, everyone has a distaste for each other. But when I came up to your guys' set, everyone was so friendly, and I could see that it was like a family. And you were so nice and open to me just joining for a minute. It was really nice.
It was a pretty great minute too.
It's weird because I hate Gaten so much. I don't know how you got that.
You guys baked it so good.
Now, do you guys gather like a lot of us do for watch parties to watch things as they come out, and you celebrate releases? And because it's such a different show, I imagine, with the special effects done on the day versus whoa, this is terrifying in a new way. Do you guys have watch parties together?
Together?
I've never had. You have your friends and do you guys talk about it after the episode?
Yeah, we talk about it.
I watched all of season 4 on when we got the screeners. I just I don't know. I didn't want to be around group of people because every time I watch things that I'm in, I'm always cringing, and I'd rather just do that. But I watched it on my phone under the blanket. I remember I watched it because I was traveling for work for something, and I was in a hotel, and I was under the hotel blanket with my phone right there, and I was just crying. And it was just it was the last episode.
Netflix. Something to watch when you're traveling in a hotel, crying under a bench. It's a great sell.
It was a great, it's good. I know we've all done it. I know you have. I've seen it. I've seen one of you. We've seen it. And the fact always crying, then she's watching it. It's so close. I'm I wonder why I need glasses now.
How'd you watch Oppenheimer?
This is cinema, right? Yeah. Now the show's also full of so much nightmare fuel that feels so critically driven. The Demogorgons are such an abstract, made to life. When you were first reading the scripts and you had those character designs and the creature designs, how did they compare in your mind to when you saw them fleshed out?
They have to remember.
Yeah, different. I remember I was really excited, specifically also with Grace's scene where she's stretched out and all that stuff. I was really excited for that specifically, and
I was they're going for it. Well, they're going for it.
Yeah,
Totally.
I was excited to see that. I mean, it's always, I feel I try to keep it vague in my head so that I'm really surprised when I see it for the first time. And back then, we didn't have any scenes with
the only time I saw Jamie in full Vecna gear was I was getting ready for a 3D scan, and he was outside in a chair, fully dressed in it. It takes hours and hours. I think he's in the chair for 7 hours before he can actually start working. And I walked in, I hadn't seen him, and I was just hey man, how you doing? He's yeah, I'm doing pretty well. It's so bizarre. This job is so weird. It is so funny. He's got a Starbucks cup in his hand. It was so
All right, we're going to go with this side first because you promised you would praise her shortly.
Hey guys, so when Stranger Things initially came out, I was like in my sophomore year of high school, and I told everybody that this has a real Goonies vibe to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Your chemistry and everything like that. So, Dustin, Gaten, you're my absolute favorite character.
Oh, thanks, dude.
I see you as a mix of Chunk. Sorry, but hey, you're up there too, my friend. You guys are all. So, Gaten, I see you as a mix of Chunk and Data, like a perfect harmony
For
between
real?
the two.
But I also think he's mean though. Like I think he's like Mouth too. I think he's a good weird mix of like if anybody I think is like more of a Goonies character, I feel like he does it too.
Yeah,
he's like it's also a bit of an asshole.
At the convenient time, you save the world with you and Susie working together, you know, and just that perfect like lineup moment.
It's fun to film. It's fun. It was really fun to film.
So my question for you guys is, if, you know, you can take it from any kind of 80s or any kind of thing that you're into, what character would you say best matches your character? What kind of vibe did you get into when you were going with your character?
Cool question.
Yeah, no, I think like Mikey from the Goonies was like a huge inspiration for the character, for the writing of the character, and yeah, I mean, it was really cool also having Sean Astin be a part of it because it was kind of like a full circle moment. That character, and then like, I remember talking about like, you know, just like Hopper's character is based on like Richard Dreyfuss from Jaws, and so yeah, I mean, everyone sort of has like a kind of characters that they were like taken from, but there's like there's a lot of characters in all of them.
Something I noticed is that not necessarily just like specific characters, but I noticed like certain characters, like with like other characters, like other media, like resembling who you're playing. But I noticed like arcs of different movies and genres that are emulated in specific characters. Like I noticed like just a general vibe and overlap of Stand By Me with you specifically that like really drives your character forward, and that journey that they go through kind of feels like it's quite grounded. And so is your work and what you do is very incredible. It keeps like a show that's like. That can be up in the clouds at times, it keeps it down to earth, and like we really are like such an anchor to it, and it's really fun to watch and observe. But like I've always noticed like the Stand By Me thing, especially in the first season with your stuff, and I think that's great. And I noticed that with other characters too. Like I feel very Goonies oriented with Dustin, and I think like of course with Hell there's like overlaps of like Firestarter and all that cool stuff.
Do you have an archetypal character?
It's a great question, but I have no idea who Chrissy would be in the 80s.
So I guess there's like your sort of storyline is very Nightmare on Elm Street. Like,
That's the storyline, yeah.
I want it to not feel safe. I want the stakes to be up. I want people to think any of these kids could kick it at any moment. And I'm not kidding. It would make it so great if you like just kill a few of them. Like before, not now. Like.
Season 1, Mike is dangling off a cliff. He warns him off the cliff. He jumps. End episode. The episode 7 opens. Funeral. Mike Wheeler.
Get it done quick. I'm just saying. No, but I think like honestly, like I think what makes it so special is that it's really messed up, but what makes it really great is when really likable people that you end up growing really fond of and you want to see grow. Like sometimes that doesn't happen, and that's what breaks your heart, and that's what keeps you watching, and keeps you invested. And so like I think it's important. Like I think there's so many shows where like there's situations of like people like almost dying or dying and coming back, and then it's just like where are the stakes here now? Because anything can happen to anybody, and I just don't really believe that anything bad's going to happen at this point. And I'm glad that we don't do that.
So that's going to have to actually be our last answer, which I think is hilarious because we just killed everybody in a short show.
Best way to
Kill everyone.
kill everyone.
Ending up the downest of notes. But if you guys weren't in line, please do come up. So I'm going to take big group shots. That'll be my apology as you guys are in the front. So please, if you ask a really quick question,
I won't go on a tangent.
I just broke everyone. Okay.
Hi, Finn, Gaten, Grace, it's so nice meeting you here. Thank you so much for being here. My question is, legally, what are you allowed to tell us about Stranger Things 5?
We're gonna leave it, I think.
No, we're gonna leave.